Hi, it's Professor Monty. Let's talk about solving quadratic equations. Now, this is one of the fundamental things that we're going to do throughout algebra and all the way in and through calculus as well. So it's a really important topic. So to solve a quadratic equation, the first thing we're going to do is make sure that equation is set equal to 0. If it's already set equal to 0, great. If not, we have to get one side to equal 0. The next thing is we're going to factor completely. And once we've done that, then we can set each factor equal to 0 and solve to get our answer or our answers. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So I've got this quadratic equation, and it's already equal to 0. Now, we want it in this form. That's perfect. Number one's already done for us. What I'll see some students do is they'll add 8 to both sides and then try to factor out an x. That doesn't work. We have to use the property of zero product, so it has to be equal to 0. Well, I've got a trinomial, and I just have 1x squared, so I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to the negative 8, and they add to the negative 2. And I've got videos on all the factoring procedures for these, so you may want to refer back to some of those if you need some practice with this. But the two numbers that multiply to negative 8, I know I haven't got my x times x for the x squared, but multiplying to negative 8, adding to negative 2, that's negative 4 and positive 2. Again, the order here doesn't matter. You could put plus 2 and minus 4. It doesn't matter. Multiplication's commutative. But once I have two things multiplied to be 0, I know either the first one was equal to 0 or the second one was equal to 0. And now I just solve each of these individually. So I add 4 to both sides. I get x equals 4. I subtract 2 from both sides. I get x equals negative 2. Those are my two answers. I'm done. All right, let's see another one. I'm going to draw a line here to kind of keep these separated. 3x squared minus 12x equals 0. Well, remember, I want the equation set equal to 0. Now I'm going to factor completely. Well, I always look for a greatest common factor. These have a 3x that go into both of them. I can factor that out. It's going to leave me with an x squared minus 4. That's factor complete. That's the difference of two squares. That's x squared minus 2 squared. So it's going to factor into x plus 2x minus 2. Again, I've got another video for the difference of squares. Refer to that if you need to. Set each of these equal to 0. And this part you may be able to do in your head. If you can, go ahead. Divide by 3. If 3x equals 0, x equals 0. Subtract 2, x equals negative 2. Add 2, x equals 2. 3 answers this time. Give you a little hint from college algebra. If you get an x to the third power, you may have 3 answers. If you have an x to the second power, you can only get as many as 2 answers. You may get fewer unique answers, but you're guaranteed to get up to that many unique answers, no more. Okay, this time, this one looks like, hey, they've already factored us for us, but no, it's not equal to 0, so it actually adds more work to us. I can't set each of these equal to negative 16. There's no property that says, hey, if two numbers multiply to negative 16, one of them has to be a negative 16. The only property similar to that is saying, oh, if they multiply to 0, one of them has to be 0. So I have to get that to be a 0. So I have to multiply this out first. So I'm going to FOIL it out. X squared plus x minus 7x minus 7 equals negative 16. I'm going to add that 16 so I get it equal to 0. Let's see, so I've got x squared. X minus 7x is negative 6x. And then negative 7 plus 16 is plus 9 equals 0. Now I can factor. Oh, two numbers that multiply to 9 add to negative 6. That's x minus 3x minus 3. So now I could set each of these equal to 0. Notice they're the same thing. I'm not going to set it equal to 0 twice. I'll just set it equal to 0 once. Add 3. I get my only answer. And you may say, wait, Professor Monty, you said that if you've got an x squared, you're going to get 2 answers. I do, but I didn't say you're going to get 2 unique answers. We're going to get the answer 3 twice. That's my 2 answers. Only one unique answer. We only list it once in the answer. Okay, so hopefully that helps. It's going to take practice, but you're going to get plenty of practice. You're going to work on this over and over and over throughout the rest of your math life. I hope you work on it enough now to make it come easier, but don't get discouraged if it takes a while. You'll get it.